Good evening, listeners. It's owl stretching time. And now, here's your host, Frank Macalusa.
Thank you, Isaac. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in once again to Owl Stretching Time. Now, if you're one of millions of Americans who are like me, you think our current president is a vacuous pile of rat droppings. As such, his intention to repeal and replace, as he puts it, the Affordable Care Act has become quite the hot-button issue, with many people concerned that ultimately anyone who isn't an old, rich, white, straight, cisgender man will get the short end of the stick. Or perhaps the whole stick up the wrong end, but I digress. The popular opinion around these parts is that if Orange 45, as Greg Proops likes to call him, and I like Greg Proops, anyway, if Orange 45 gets his way, visits to the doctor may start looking a little something like this.
Well, the results are back, Mr. Stevenson.
Give it to me straight, Doc. What's wrong with me? How long have I got?
Calm down, Mr. Stevenson. Now I've got some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is we're naming a disease after you.
Why? Oh, no.
I'm afraid so, Mr. Stevenson. Now for the bad news.
What else could possibly be bad news?
Your insurance won't cover your treatment.
Why not?
Well, they object to it on moral grounds.
Why? What's the treatment?
Well, Mr. Stevenson, and bear in mind that our knowledge of this disease is minimal, our current treatment for your disease is to take you outside and shoot you in the back of the head.
What?
Nurse Hatchet will take you out to the garden shortly. She'll be very quick about it, promise you.
All right, Doc, where's the sticky?
Right here, Nurse Hatchet.
Wait, Doctor!
Come along, sir.
But, Doctor!
You're in good hands, Mr. Stevenson. Good luck in the afterlife.
But, Doctor!
Goodbye, Mr. Stevenson. Next patient, please.
Hello?
Ah, Miss Sanchez.
Lopez, actually.
Well, anyway, the results of your tests are back.
What tests? I just got here.
I'm afraid, Miss Lopez, that you have Stevenson's disease.
What the hell is that?
We don't know yet. We do know, however, that it is extremely painful and there is no known cure. There is a method of treatment for it, however.
And what's that?
We have a nurse take you outside and shoot you in the back of the head.
You can't be serious.
Nurse Hatchet will be here shortly to administer the treatment. You'll be out of your misery in no time.
What kind of a doctor are you? I'm here for 5 seconds and suddenly I'm being taken out back and shot like an old horse? All right, Doc, I'm ready for the next sticky. I'm not sick. This one's a fighter, isn't she? All right, come along, sweet cakes. Get your hands off of me. This is a madhouse. A madhouse.
Struggling will only make the treatment more painful and gory. Next patient, please. Senator Hopkins.
Yes, I've come for a routine checkup.
Well, you seem to be in marvelous shape, sir. You seem to have gained a little weight. That's good.
Bore me to love. Oh, God.
Still smoking?
Why bother quitting? I'm too old to change my ways anyway.
And those cigarettes keep you calm and focused. You can't get much done in the Senate if you're just yelling at everybody all willy-nilly.
Can't do much yelling anyhow. Not with all the coughing I've been doing lately.
Doctor? We've got a little bit of an issue.
Holy crap!
Miss Lopez managed to get a hold of the gun. Shut up, sweet cakes. You're my ticket out of here. Any funny business and Harley Quinn's brains are your new wallpaper. Now, Senator, give the nice nurse your wallet.
The United States government does not negotiate with
Just do it already.
Okay, nice lady, here you go.
Thank you, Senator. Now the nurse and I are going to see a real doctor. And just to make sure no one follows us...
Ow, my spleen!
Thank you, gentlemen. You've been very generous.
Ah, jeez!
Are you okay, Doc? Or should I call you an ambulance?
I'll be fine. I'll just operate on myself. Can I get a nurse in here?
No.
That's okay. I'll just rush myself to the garden, grab some aspirin on the way, and lie on top of a corpse pile and wait.
Got some whiskey if you want it.
I'll be fine with the aspirin. Thank you, though. Excuse me.
All right.
Ugh. 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 Ow.
quick reminder that open enrollment this year ends December 15th. And now, it's time for Out and About with Emily Bowes.
Good evening. Tonight, I'm sitting here with Florence O'Houlihan, a sophomore here at Millikan. She's become the talk of the town recently after entering an essay writing contest and winning an award for most mediocre essay. Now, Florence, how does it feel to have won this award?
Well, Emily, I must say it's quite an honor. I didn't really expect to win anything. I just submitted the essay for the fun of the competition, but I'm awfully proud I won.
Now, I'm sure our audience listening in at home is curious about your process, how you managed to write such an exceptionally so-so essay. How did you do it?
Well, first of all, I tried to pick a topic that wouldn't offend anybody. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers or have any of the judges get mad at me for something I wrote, so I decided to pick a topic that everybody could agree on.
And what topic was that?
The importance of springs.
Fascinating.
And I had my essay peer-edited numerous times, 10 to be exact. And whatever suggestions they made, I took. Would you like to hear an excerpt?
No, thank you, Florence. Tonight's episode is going to be hell to sit through as it is. We now return you to Frank to introduce whatever the hell is next.
Thank you, Emily. With all the success that has met TV shows like Empire and Nashville, we here at Owl Stretching Time decided we ought to cash in on that trend. So, here is our own deep look into the sordid world of commercial music, the Arpeggios.
To whom it may concern, if you're reading this note, I've already done what I need to do. You can't stop me. You've probably never heard of me, but you definitely have heard my voice before. My name is Kelly Weston, and I used to be a member of Central Illinois' premier backing vocal group, the Arpeggios. This is my story. It all started a month ago with the homecoming talent show. One of my classmates had approached me about forming a girl group.
Hey, Callie.
Yeah, Zachary?
You know what I've been thinking? I think it'd be kind of cool if you, Joanna, and Loretta formed kind of a girl group.
What?
You know, like the Supremes. It's kind of been a dream of mine to form one, and you could perform in the talent show. You could get noticed, maybe it'd help your chances of getting cast in something next semester.
I don't know. I mean, I barely know Loretta and Joanna.
What's to know? Joanna's an alto and Loretta's a mezzo. You guys will sound great, trust me.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Great.
The next day, after class, Zachary, Joanna, Loretta, and I met at PMC. Zachary had us gather around the piano.
All right, girls, just let me hear you harmonize a little. Joanna, you take the root. Yes, that's it. That's just the sound I was aiming for. Now, here's the song you're gonna do for the talent show. I wrote it myself.
Oh my god, what the hell are these lyrics?
Will pontificate the puppetoots of love? Do you even know how words work?
Look, the words don't matter. It's the melody that counts. At least with modern pop songs.
Yeah, there is no way I'm singing this.
Me either.
I wouldn't wipe my ass with this.
Just trust me with this one, okay? When they hear it at the audition, they'll go nuts for it. Now, let's go over the song, okay?
For your sake, I won't subject you to the steamy pile of made-up words and cliches Zachary wrote and dared to call a song. Strangely enough, they put us in the talent show anyway. Maybe Zachary was right. Maybe they fell in love with the melody, or maybe it was our blend. Either way, we ended up being the opening act. We didn't win, which shocked no one, but we did happen to get noticed by a very powerful man.
Say, you three were that trio that sang that song at the beginning, right?
Yep, that was us.
God, that song sucked. But you guys sounded great.
Thanks.
Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Gregory Dewey. I'm a songwriter and producer, and I'd like to record you fine ladies.
They'll do it.
Who the hell are you?
Zachary Miller. I'm their manager.
All right then. Here's my card. Be at the studio tomorrow at 5. See you then.
What the hell was that, Zach?
I just got you girls a recording contract. A boost up the ladder to stardom.
Without asking us or even talking it over with us. What if we didn't want a recording contract?
And who the hell made you our manager anyway?
Look, you don't want to miss out on an opportunity like this, do you? Do you want to stay in this hick town for the whole 4 years? Trust me, this is the best thing. Just give it a chance, okay?
Fine.
I guess.
It's something to do.
Great.
The next day after class, Loretta, Joanna, Zachary, and I drove down to the studio where we were warmly received.
There's some people I'd like you to meet before we do anything. These are my songwriting partners. This is Hank Cheatham.
How do you do?
And that's Kenny Howe.
Hey,
Guys, these are the girls I was telling you about. Kelly, Loretta, and Joanna. Oh, and that's their manager, Zach.
Nice to meet you all.
I'm glad you brought him here, Dewey. I've been thinking about something. They don't have a group name, do they? Like for the group?
No, sir. We just went on under our own names.
Yeah, we should probably think up a group name for you guys.
How about the Andantes? It suggests a sweet, angelic blend, which they do have.
That name's already taken.
Damn, I got nothing then.
I've actually been brainstorming some names, and I think I've come up with a good one.
Well, what is it?
The Arpeggios.
Ugh.
That's what you came up with?
Why do we even keep you around anymore?
I like it.
What?
You actually like that name?
Yes, girls, get used to being called the Arpeggios. I have a good feeling about that name.
Right. Now let's get to signing some contracts.
Very soon, we found ourselves in the studio recording songs. Well, recording backing vocals for songs. For almost a month, Loretta, Joanna, and I backed up a lot of local singers, but we never got a chance to record any songs on our own. That changed one fateful day.
Hey, Kelly, can I speak to you for a little bit?
Okay.
You know, watching you this past month, I couldn't help but notice you've got a certain something about you. A star quality, I guess you could call it.
Really?
Yeah, I think you have the potential to make it big as a solo act. I'd like to discuss this more later. Perhaps tonight, at my place?
I don't think I could.
Kelly, we've been working together for a month now. You know I'm a persistent man. I always get what I want.
I don't feel very comfortable with this.
You want to be a big star, don't you?
Well, I never really...
Being a star means making sacrifices. Doing whatever it takes, with whoever it takes.
Let go of me.
I always get what I want, Kelly.
You stay away from me.
You can run now, but I will have you.
He thought no one was watching. He was wrong.
Zachary. You saw nothing. Nothing, you hear me? Nothing!
Later that evening, Mr. Cheatham called Zachary into his office to discuss what had happened.
I am so sorry you had to walk in on that. Normally, Mr. Dewey is quite docile. Now, Zachary, I know you're a good kid, very honest, full of integrity. But you see, if word of this particular event got out, it could hurt a lot of people. Not just myself. I'm not being selfish here. And I know how hard it is for young people like yourself to keep your heads above water nowadays. So I'd like to make you a little offer. You keep quiet about all this, and as a show of my gratitude, I give you a little gift of $2,000. You can do with that whatever you need to or want to.
$5,000.
What?
$5,000 for my silence, and you have to eat a light bulb.
I beg your pardon?
Bear in mind, of course, that I didn't specify the size or the shape of the light bulb, or what materials the light bulb has to be made of. It could be 500 feet tall and made of foam rubber, or 3 inches tall and made of cotton candy. Your choice.
How about $2,500 and a date with my daughter?
$4,000 and you have to eat 2 light bulbs.
I am not eating light bulbs.
Like I said, the light bulbs could be made of anything, and could look like anything.
Fine. You see these? These are light bulbs. They're tiny, shaped like bears, and made of gelatin.
I'm convinced.
There. Now, you just be sure and hold up your end of the deal. The Arpeggio's career depends on it.
You got it, sir.
After that, Dewey acted coldly towards me. So did Zach. In the meantime, we weren't getting any closer to recording any songs of our own. One day, Zach finally broke his silence.
Hey, Kelly, can we talk?
Finally, you're speaking to me again.
Drop the attitude, Kelly. The rest of the group and I have been talking, and we think you're dragging the group down.
You're kicking me out of the group, aren't you?
Don't make this any harder than it already is, Kelly. Do you think I want to do this? Do you think I want to have to rebuild this group to search far and wide for another soprano? You made this happen.
They got to you, didn't they?
Kelly.
How much did they give you, Zach? How much did they give you to pretend that Dewey didn't force himself on me, that I'm just another attention-seeking whore?
If you had just gone out with him, just once, just that one time, we wouldn't be in this mess. You nearly cost us, our career.
This was never about us, was it? This wasn't about me or Loretta or Joanna. You formed our group to fulfill your own dreams of fame. If you couldn't make it big in music, you at least managed someone who had. That's what it was, wasn't it?
It's none of your business why I do anything.
You know what, Zach? You won't have to kick me out of the group. I quit. There. Now you can have a clear conscience about this. And I haven't sung since. If you had hoped to stop me, you're too late. I've already done what I needed to do to end my misery. I've moved back in with my mother in Berwyn.
Kelly, dear, dinner's ready.
Coming, Mom. I just gotta finish this.
Okay, we're having broccoli cheddar quiche. I know how much you like it.
Thanks, Mom. Anyway, now that you know my story, you watch out for yourself, whoever you are, and know that you are in the company of two fine women. Loretta and Joanna are two of the greatest friends I could have ever hoped for. Hopefully they'll be able to do more for you than they could for me, although my greatest wish is that they never have to. Have a good life. Sincerely, Kelly Weston.
We will now pause for station identification, followed by a short message from our sponsor.
You're listening to WJMU 89.5 The Quad.
After he takes a shower, his shower has to take a shower. His prefrontal cortex is made of expired hamdingers. Each of the microphones he's used over the years has committed suicide by seppuku. He is the most disgusting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink American. I don't drink any of this foreign crap made with water infected with dysentery. I drink American beer. But
I told you this was a bad idea.
I honestly had no idea this would happen. He's so off script right now.
He's a raving lunatic. What did you expect?
I thought that was just a thing he did on his show.
Do you not watch the news? Ugh, better get the tranquilizer gun.
This is what they're doing. They're coming after your children and they'll come after you. And if they can't get you, they'll eliminate you. They'll get rid of you. Because that's what they do, these liberals. These globalist, panko, commie bastards. They will... The Democrats are trying to silence me. Fortunately, I've developed tranquilizer immunity. You hear that, you globalist rats? You can't take me down that easy. Your tranquilizer darts only make me stronger. I am a man. I am tough. You can't strike me down. See, this is what a real man looks like. Get a good look. There aren't too many of me anymore.
It's unstoppable.
Only one thing can save us now. Gamera, he has come to save us.
And now we speak in poorly dubbed English, which does not really work as a comedic device on radio.
So, you think you can silence Dick Pickford, bringer of truth and fighter of communism? I scoff at the notion.
Quick, Gamera, finish him off. Faster, Gamera, kill!
No!
You did it, Gamera.
You saved us! Hooray!
Look, here comes the mayor.
For your valiant bravery, Gamera, we award you this key to the city.
Tres tortugas. What the hell just happened here?
We're back, and now it's time for Farnsworth's Fables, written and narrated by Mr. Reginald Q. Farnsworth.
Actually, Frank, I was hoping if you'd indulge me in trying something a little different for my segment.
What do you mean?
Well, I have this little playlet I wrote a couple of years ago that I found last week while cleaning out one of my file cabinets. I was thinking of performing it with some good friends of mine on your show.
Well, this is kind of last minute. Then again, you haven't let me down yet. It might be a little hard on the sound people, but I think it's doable.
Excellent! Now, before we begin, I'd like for you to meet my co-stars. This is Eloise Fairchild.
Hello.
And this is Judith Vanderwoodson.
How do you do?
Where's Isaac? I have the introduction written out for him.
Right here.
Here you go. Now we'll just take our places.
Frank, what exactly is going on here?
Just roll with it, Isaac. We got 10 minutes to kill.
Okay.
Isaac, we are ready.
Okay. WJMU is now proud to present to you the world premiere of Reginald Q. Farnsworth's Wendy.
And cue the opening music.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
Wrong music. It's the button next to that one. I'm home, darling.
Hello, Melvin. How was your day?
The doorman just told me I have a butt like a cupcake.
Well, that's rather disquieting. Say, don't you think you ought to close the door?
Oh, of course. How silly of me. I'll get on that. Here I am, closing the door. Ow, ow, ow! Oh, dear. I seem to have hit a rat on the head there.
A rat? That's absolutely unacceptable.
Fret not, my dear. I shall have the door closed shortly. Here I go. Damn cyclists and their loud, distracting horns. Nevertheless, I will close the door. There. That should have been done at the beginning of our conversation, but there you have it. Now, darling, how was your day?
Marvelous, my love. Simply marvelous. Mother stopped by today and said that Father's getting much better. The doctor says that soon he'll be able to eat pomegranate again.
That is marvelous.
Oh, by the way, a woman left a message saying she'd be by to take care of some business with you.
That's odd. I'm not planning any big business dealings this week. Did she leave her name by any chance?
Yes. She said her name was Wendy Harbin.
Oh, no! Wendy Harbin, you say?
Yes. Why?
Oh, it can't be. It mustn't be. It simply can't.
Whatever is wrong, Melvin?
There is an aspect of my life that I hoped I could keep behind me, that I would never have to tell you. Wendy Harbin is a woman to whom I was once engaged. One night, I caught her in the arms of another man, and I called off the engagement. She swore that night that one day, when I least suspected it, she would hunt me down and kill me.
Oh, dear. And she'll be here at any second. Hark, is that the doorbell?
We really ought to get that fixed. Never mind, I'll get it. Here I am, opening the door. Oh, for the love of... Let's give this another go. Oh, no. It's her. Save that for one of your crappy soap opera parodies. Anyway, it's her. And she has a gun.
Yes, Melvin. I've come as I have promised to those many years ago.
I suppose you're going to try and kill me now, Wendy?
Not necessarily. I know somewhere deep in your heart of hearts you still love me, so I make this proposal. Marry me. Let's live the life we were supposed to live all these years.
You mean the life you threw away when you placed a cuckold's horns upon my brow? No, thank you, Wendy. In case you haven't noticed, I'm currently happily married to the love of my life.
You leave me no choice, then, Melvin. If I can't have you, no other woman can. Hold on. Blast! My gun seems to be inoperative. Alas, I shall put it back in my purse. Now, Melvin. Oh, dear. That was my favorite purse, too. Anyway, as I was saying, Melvin, If you do not marry me, I shall kill you. Somehow. At some date in the foreseeable future.
I'm sorry, but I could never leave my beloved Gladys.
I thought so. Very well. There's no point in carrying on with this farce. I shall simply kill myself.
Now, Wendy, don't be rash.
Yes, let's sit down and talk this out.
I suppose I have some time in my schedule.
Good. Let's sit.
Oh dear, I've stepped on a rat.
There really ought not to be any rats in this building. We keep it very tidy.
Let's just sit down already.
There. Now, Wendy, there is no need to end your life simply because you can't get something you want. Why, if everyone did that, not one of us would be alive right now. Besides, a man is such a frivolous thing to end one's life over. There are so many things in life far more important.
You don't understand. I love him more than I have ever loved anything or shall ever love anything. Hark! What was that?
Whatever that was, it wasn't in the script.
Reggie, dear, don't break character.
I'm sorry, ladies, but I insist on finding out what the issue is before we go on with the play. Why was that uncalled for noise made? Oh, of all the sound man's fallen asleep on the board. Oh, that is it. That is it. I will not continue to perform with such an unprofessional crew. Frank, call me back when you've fired that god-awful sound man.
Wait a second. This isn't our regular sound person. It's an imposter in a cheesy mask. Now let's find out who you really are.
Egad! It's my old nemesis from college, Werner Splets... No, Splets... Splets... Whatever. No doubt here to sabotage my little radio play out of envy.
It's Splets, sir. Wouldn't I would have gotten away with it too, were it not for my crippling cheapness. Oh, why didn't I buy a proper mask?
Get him!
Well, that certainly was something. And that, unfortunately, is our final bit for tonight. We hope to be with you all again, same time next week. Until then, eat plenty of fresh fruit and don't step on any cockroaches unless you've got shoes on. Good night.
That was Owl Stretching Time, starring Frank Macaluso, Brian Barker, Emily Bowes, Aria Hawkins, J.C. Olvera, and Michael Santos, with Melissa Kumro, Garrett Mayberry, Megan Pender, and Antonio Verdera. This episode was written, directed, and produced by Frank Macaluso. This is your announcer, Isaac Weezer, speaking.
It's gonna set you free. I took this horn, Pakistan.